Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell, so you are notified when new videos drop. I'm a little bit miffed this morning. I have to tell you, I'm a little bit miffed. It's freaking gorgeous out. Now, I've been talking about the weather quite a lot last week because it's so nice, right? It's just gorgeous. I love walking the dog. The smell of the flowers everywhere and the honey. It's so nice, right? It's really, and it's getting actually really genuinely hot. So it's very pleasant indeed. But down here, I'm in the basement, right? I'm literally one of the guys in a basement screaming into the couch. Like literally, that's who I am. This is in my basement, right? Freaking freezing down there. Look, I'm wearing my bloody sweater. Freaking freezing. I had the air conditioning on upstairs earlier. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Well, the installation is pretty good. That's really what it needs to tell me. The installation is pretty good. Maybe we should just open the windows, get some warm air in here. That might be a good idea. Who knows what they're doing? But anyway, these are my problems. These are my problems. Why am I burdening you with them? Who knows? I don't know. We have a whole bunch of really silly, eclectic news stories to get to today, all of which just make me laugh, right? All of it is like, all of which make me laugh, and they're connected to Doctor Who. I should really be clear right there. Make me laugh, and are connected to Doctor Who, and I don't see how any of them wouldn't make anybody laugh, right? And there's just like a ton of them coming down. I can't catch enough of these. I'm recording this on Monday, right? Monday morning. I have a live stream on Tuesday, so this video is not going out till Wednesday. There'll be a whole bunch more stuff by tomorrow. It's crazy. It's crazy. We live in crazy times. And hopefully this is as crazy as it's gonna get. Who knows? Who knows if it might spill out into the real world any more than it already has? Yes, it's going to. Anyway, but I think let's distract ourselves from. Blimey, I just realised it's April. Doesn't that mean the Dr. Ruth comic is coming out, and it's not a comic based on the comic book adventures of Dr. Ruth. What's her name again? Why is that the famous little Jewish sex doctor who was very famous in the 80s and 90s? I'm sure she's still around now. No, not that. That'll be fun, man. I'll be up for that. No. The Dr. Ruth, the Secret Orange of Doctor Who. It's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so crap. I can't wait to read that and review it for your delight and delectation. But no. That's not today. Today we just have a bunch of really, really, really interesting news stories that we need to talk about. Fine, before we get into them, can you hit the like button? That's really kind of one of the only things I want you to do. This is that kind of exchange that we have. I asked you to hit the like button, share button, subscribe button, and I keep making these videos, right? That's basically the exchange we got going. Could you please hit the like, share, and subscribe button? They would be really, really nice. Can you sign up to Substack? Freaking awesome! Absolutely freaking awesome. I'm giving away comic books on my Substack, as well as updating everybody with my, all my content. That's another big one. But I'm really into digital art, not NFTs, and I want to do Doctor Who digital art, right? So I'm going to be giving that away on my Substack as well. If I can get to it, I'm going to start on it today anyway. I'm going to start, and I want to do like a whole series of them. And I'm going to be giving away, I think, more exclusive, nicer content on my paid Substack. So go check it out. It's in the video notes. That's really, if you can sign up for it, that's again freaking awesome, right? It doesn't cost you anything, unless of course you go to the paid one, which I would recommend. So like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and sign up to Substack. So the first bit of news we have to get to, it's a fun one. It's a good one. It's one that's not sneery, right? There's going to be a bunch of stuff, but it's going to be a little bit sneery. But I don't mean it to be. I mean, listen. What can I do? Like, when you have Mandip Gill talking, it's gonna be mind-meltingly stupid, right? It's just the way, and God bless her, I'm sure she's a lovely person. It's just really not fair. She keeps getting asked opinions and stuff, and listen, she's not a thought leader, right? Because I don't think she has a thought going around in that head of hers. But anyway, who knows what they're saying. But before that, let's get to this story, which is somewhat glorious, I think. Somewhat glorious. This was on the Twats yesterday. On the second. This will be Saturday. This is at the Wells Comic Con. And if you can't read it, it's Georgia Tennant, David Tennant's wife, who really, I can't. When I see pictures of the children, very attractive, very attractive woman, obviously, but I just don't recognize her being the same person at all from the Doctor's daughter. Right? She looks so different to me. I can't even tell. Can't even tell you. Anyway, so Georgia Tennant posted here a quote from her father, Peter Davison. Yeah, you remember Doctor Who magazine had headline, Peter Davison is the Doctor. He should have just changed his name to that now. Peter Davison, he says, here I am protesting in front of a half-mile queue for your husband. Hashtag Peter Davison, hashtag David Tennant, hashtag awkward at Wells Comic Con. So yeah, here we can see it. We have... I get the expression of Peter Davis in it is just perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. If you haven't seen it, maybe it's probably on YouTube. There was the Doctor Who night, I think in '99, had Peter Davis in a really good skit with Mark Gatiss and David Walliams. David Walliams, this is before David Walliams was famous. League of Gentlemen had happened by then, so Mark Gatiss was kind of a big deal. And Peter Davison was in it, so they paid 2 Doctor Who fans, and David Walliams says, first he wakes up Mark Gatiss and it's like 9 o'clock and he's sleeping in bed. He wakes up, Mark Gatiss got Doctor Who stuff everywhere. Go for it, this has got to be on YouTube somewhere. Then he said, well, you know how we always hang out, we think about how fun it will be to go outside Peter Davison's house in Hampstead, wait for him, chloroform him, and bring him back here with us. And he goes, no. And then he brings in Peter Davison with exactly this expression, this like wonderful expression. I didn't know he did comedy so well. And he's got like a tape over his mouth, and they're can we take a picture with Peter Davison and Peter Davison, and then it ends up with Mark Gatiss going, do you think it's okay to kiss Peter? And Mark Gatiss goes, yes! And they turn the light off. It's really good. Okay, it's really good. Anyway, so he's holding a little sign with a wonderful expression on his face saying, he's not that special. Peter, I tend to agree with you. What can I tell you? It's not good for Peter Davison because he followed Tom Baker. I think widely thought of as one of the best doctors, one of the greatest doctors, and now his daughter's married to somebody else. People think that one of is one of the greatest doctors, David Tennant. I don't actually think so. I think it's more that this was the era that a lot of people found Doctor Who as kids and fell in love with him, right? Fell in love with Doctor, fell in love with him. See, look, he's holding this up there. It's wonderful. If you're not looking at the screen, this is really funny. He's not that special. So, what can I tell you? Peter Davison's fate in life has been to be overshadowed by other people playing Doctor Who, right? And again, this is from, I guess, 2006 when, I think David Tennant became so popular, as I said, because this is when a lot of kids really discovered Doctor Who. These kids now, they're all like, entering the workforce, somewhat running well. Do you think, okay, this is a complete aside, right? A complete aside. Do you think all this push to sexualize children in schools, that's going, it really is, that's absolutely going on, that's absolutely the agenda. Do you think that's in any way connected to this generation of school teachers being basically the first people who grew up with unlimited online, very, very vile, actually, it's sort of like internet pornography, right? I guess when you grow up and you're 4 and you stumble across some like bukkake people vomiting over each other that's sex. That's got to mess you up, right? That's got to mess you up. And I think that could be where a lot of this weirdness has come from. I tell you, I put it down to participation trophies, but probably unlimited free porn available to everybody is probably not a good thing, right? It's probably not something that's going to enrich your life. So there, he's not that special, says Peter Davison. Peter, mate, you are. I would much rather listen to Peter Davison Doctor Who than David Tennant. It's right. Listen, I think a Big Finish now. Would I rather watch a Peter Davison? It depends. See, Peter Davison's tenure is a lot more hit and miss because it was JNT being a lot more hit and miss. But man, when it hits fantastically. Absolutely hits fantastically. But David Tennant, his stories were, generally speaking, stronger, and also production values. I mean, listen, you take the ropiest episode of David Tennant's Doctor Who. What do you think the ropiest effects were? Love and Monsters, maybe? maybe. I don't know. I mean, they're all kind of uniformly good. And compare it to Kinder. Yeah, it doesn't do so well, does it? By the way, the Kinder special edition on the Blu-ray, so much better, right? Really prefer that. So there you go. He's on that special. Peter Davison being awesome. Next story. Now we're on to the really awesome story. Mandip Gill, who can't help but be awesome, right? Mandip Gill, all for totally different reasons, right? Totally different reasons. Doctor Who star Mandip Gill reveals her character Thasmin Khan's romance with the Time Lord will be addressed in the Sea Devil special. Oh, great! Which is why they brought Ella Rodin to co-write it, because I mean, other than it makes Chris Chibnall feel good about himself, right? That's about it. Oh look, you're a lesbian woman. Maybe you could write about lesbian women. Don't you remember when writing and writers used to be able to imagine things? I want to imagine what it's like being a black man growing up as a slave, and you'll write a book and it'll be but no. Now it's cultural appropriation. Not allowed to do that anymore. Not allowed to do that. I tell you, so many great things we've lost. It just annoys me every time I think about it. Is the Frank Azaria not playing Apu anymore in The Simpsons, right? Because that's racist. He's making fun of Indian people. No. And so annoying. No, it's not. I don't think he was making fun of Indian. Maybe he was. Maybe he's super racist and hates Indian people. I think it's more likely that he was an American making fun of himself. An American, right? Because it used to be they were all Americans, right? Now it's like, no, we're all divided by skin color. I'm telling you, everything we're seeing right now is in the absolute playbook to roll in a totalitarian regime. Every time we've seen this, right, this thing of separating children from parents, right? That's what this whole Florida bill is about. You're not allowed to have secret conversations about sex with your 5-year-old, right? Well, no, with somebody else's, with the 5-year-old that you happen to be teaching. I don't understand why you need to have secret conversations about sex with a 5-year-old. I really don't, right? But I really do. Sadly, I really do. Anyway, I digress. So let's have a look at this Mandip Gill thing. Doctor Who star Mandip Gill reveals her character Thasmin Khan's romance with the Time Lord will be... Oh, yeah, we said that already. Doctor Who star Mandip Gill has revealed her character Thasmin Khan's romance with the Doctor is such a terrible idea, right? It's such a terrible idea. It's really staggeringly bad idea. She previously confessed her feelings for the Time Lord in the New Year's Day special, Eve of the Dalek. However, Jodie Whittaker's part ignored her claims. Okay, that's fine. The actress, 34, has confirmed the elephant in the room will be touched on. Ooh. Well, not the trunk, from what I can gather. I don't think... No, not going to try touching on that. Again, but wouldn't blab which way the storyline will go. Oh, it's going to be stunning and brave. So let's have a look at the video that she put out, right? I love pictures of Mandip Gill when she's thinking. It's always funny. It's always funny. So where's this? Let's look at this clip together. Let me turn the sound up. Where we go? Over here. Doink. And we'll turn this on. There we go. Let's have a look. See what she has to say.
I mean, I think the question on many fans' lips will be, I think you know what I'm going to ask about. I mean, last episode, the Doctor and Yaz we learned a bit more about their feelings for each other. Are we going to see that followed up?
Listen, we learned that, I think, about a year or so before then. It was pretty clear at some point in season 12. But it was overshadowed with all the other awfulness, right? That's the problem. It was overshadowed with just being so bad on so many levels, right? But it was kind of obvious there. And then you had, Revolution of the Dalek, when the Doctor had been in prison for some time. Who knows, because she couldn't escape because she's useless. And she turns up and Yaz is like, oh, I'm so freaking hot for you. And that's really what, I mean, it was very, very, very clear. But I mean, I tell you, it just doesn't seem very joyful, this romance. She always looks like she's swallowed a wasp. As does. Again, that's one of her stunning and brave acting choices. Let's see what she has to say.
Up.
Yes. Yeah. That's where I think the heart is, the understanding, the emotion that Chris is so good at writing. So
the emotion. Chris isn't good at writing anything. I'm sorry, darling. He's not good at writing it. And reality is reality. Come on. And I'm really looking closely at these stories. They are so bad. I mean, just failing on basic technical details. Like just things not making sense, plot holes, you forgetting things. He's not good. He can't write emotion because he can't write character. Right? You're not a character. You're a skin color and a vagina. That's the same. Honestly, I think you get more three-dimensional characters in porn now, don't you? I mean, like, really? I mean, I guess they cast by skin color and having vaginas in porn, don't they? I mean, those things would seem, I don't know, relatively important. I mean, it's a very aesthetic medium, isn't it? So who knows? Yeah, no, he's terrible at writing emotion because he's terrible at writing characters, right? Have you noticed how badly this era of Doctor Who's done? Really? I like, because I guess you haven't noticed it because got the brightest spark there, are you? Here we go. Keep going.
So I won't tell you which way it goes, but we obviously had to touch upon that again. It wouldn't make sense not to. But
So what? Not making sense not to touch on it. Are we going to see Belle and Vinter again? That won't make sense not to touch on it, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, you're acting like not making sense not to touch on something is a reason that it wouldn't happen. It doesn't make sense. They're still making this Doctor Who. I on a very genuine level, right? There's no real logic behind it. Like what? Like, oh, let's do something. Let's take something incredibly popular and do it really badly so everybody hates it. That if that was the plan, 100%. But I don't think it was the plan, right? I don't think it was the plan. So okay. So what? Just out of curiosity, Yaz, why, Mandip? Why are you so excited? Why are you so excited to explore this more?
I mean, that's in the midst of everything else that's going on, and the sword fight with the sea devils and all that kind of stuff. So.
Oh God, that's tough. And the way they've written her character of being bland, boring, nothing to do with it, bland, boring, and just occasionally say, "Oh Yaz, you're so incredible. You're so incredible." And so they did that for her first couple of years. Then in Doctor Who Flux, all of a sudden she was like Indiana Jones, right? Well, Dan was the comic relief, and just being stunning and brave. You're not selling it, darling, right? You're not selling it. I don't believe you're competent in any way, shape, or form. I just don't. I think you're. I see why you are a perfect foil for the 13th Doctor, who is the least competent. I wouldn't say Doctor. Person I've seen on TV. I think Frank Spencer would do better as Doctor Who than Jodie Bloody Whittaker. And I'm saying the character, not Michael Crawford. If you don't know who Frank Spencer is, what's wrong with you? Go look it up. Again, there's got to be episodes on YouTube of some mothers do have them. Oh man, I really miss that now. Maybe I'll watch some later.
I mean, what was your reaction like to the reaction to that? It was so massive. Fans loved it.
No, they didn't. You lying piece of shit. What? Fans loved it. Had they liked the timeless shot? Fans didn't love it. What the hell? No, fans did not love it. And that's why I want you idiots to go full Thasmin, because this thing is going to be retconned out of existence. I don't think Rusty Davis is going to be... listen, he's a big LGBTQ plus activist. I think he likes Doctor Who and knows what works in it. And this doesn't, right? The closest you got is... I would say the Christopher Eccleston regeneration kiss with Rose, which I think we're going to get something rather similar, right? With Yaz taking the that was, I think, the closest it ever really came. And then when David Tennant's Doctor burnt up a son to say goodbye to Rose at Bad Wolf Bay, right? And and he clicked off just before he was going to say "I love you," right? And that was a great argument in the on the director's commentary, not director, the maker's commentary, which he used to put out every week as a podcast. Julie Gardner was like, yes, of course he said he loved her, right? Of course he said he loved her. And Phil Collins and Rusty Davis not so committal, right? It was so that was kind of interesting. But the point was, that's it. You can't really do that again so quickly, right? All right, you got to wait another 30 years or so before you can do anything coming close to that now. And it's so very obvious. So the only reason they want to do it is because it's a gay relationship, right? I mean, that's a glass ceiling on a. Let me ask you, how many lesbians do you think go, you know what? I'm really a lesbian, but I haven't seen any lesbianism in Doctor Who, so I'm going to spend my life getting married and having heterosexual relations, right? Basically, I'm going to spend my life with cock, even though I really prefer a bit of vag. And you know why I'm going to do that? No, queer. I'm not going to say gay, because that's the word they use, queer. Man, I fucking hate the word queer. No queer relationships in Doctor Who. And the reason they use the word queer, so I'm telling you now, mate, if this grooming thing isn't stopped, right? And don't think you're safe in England. If this grooming thing isn't stopped, the next thing we're going to get to is children's sexual rights, right? And you go, oh, that's crazy. No, Tzvi, no, don't be ridiculous. That can't happen. Really? How many things can't happen that have happened? Anyway, back to Mandip, right? Who the reason she's so excited is she gets to be a lesbian in a popular TV show, and so she go, oh, look at me, I'm an ally. Again, this is pure communist playbook stuff. The communist playbook is essentially this: if you are separate the children from the parents, have the indoctrinate the children, say the parents are evil, and have and then have the children will then say, but you're also evil because you come from your parent and there's nothing you can do about it. This all happened, right? This all happened in China, right? This all genuinely happened. Massive child suicide rates at the time. And they say, but wait a minute, it's okay. We've got a way that you can make yourself, for want of a better word, kosher now. You can become an ally, right? In China, you can become, one of, an adherent of Chairman Mao's rhetoric, philosophy. But now, instead, you get to become an ally, right? You don't have to be gay, but you have to be queer, right? And you can be queer by being heterosexual. It's really bizarre how these rules work. Anyway, but that's all she's really interested in, as we all bloody know.
It was massive, but do you know what?
No, it wasn't massive, right? It wasn't massive. We all thought it was shit, right? I'm sorry that you've been lied to and your little head isn't big enough to work out. You've been lied to, right? I can see it. Look at it. If you're not looking at the screen, look at it. It looks like there's a thought somewhere in there trying to find its way to a mouth.
I had seen a lot of stuff on social media, so I'd seen people's reaction to that. I'd seen people building that up way before it was on screen.
Okay. Social media. So you've got about, 3% of the world on Twitter? 3%. That's a lot of people. That doesn't show you a trend. And again, it's so easy to use Twitter, to use social media to generate a false identity, a false idea, right? It's so easy to do that. How many you need? 20 people? 30, maybe? I'll be surprised if there's over 200 people who are excited for Thasmin. I would be really excited. Out of a show that used to get millions of views, I always genuinely, I always surprised we got over 200 people. But and let's say it's over 200. It's not over 2,000, is it? It's not huge. It's an invisible dot on an invisible dot. It's a tiny demographic, right? That's all it is. It's a tiny demographic. But again, it's fashionable on Twitter, right? It's fashionable on Twitter. That's all that really matters. Twitter isn't real, mate. Well, it kind of is now, I'm afraid.
And whatnot. So it came naturally. It weren't this thing that had been discovered on screen and then all of a sudden the fans saw it. It was part and parcel. I'd seen fan art of that happening. I'd seen people talking about it.
Yeah, I've also seen fan art of Dan sleeping with the big dog guy, Carvanista, right? So again, if you see fan art of a child, having very consensual relations with an adult, I guess in a couple of years you'll say that's fine. And I know you go, well, that's a bit hyperbolic. I don't think so, mate. Again, just look at where we are. Let's look where we are. I think that's coming.
Seen people had rewritten like storylines and all that stuff. So it sort of was like, okay, you asked for it.
Listen. If you're going to go along with what fans have done to augment or fix this era, listen. How many things like this are there out there? Season 13, right? Season 12, season 13. So, well, listen, the fans want you gone and Peter Capaldi back. Can we get that? Listen, we've written about it. Look at the fan art. Oh, it's real. Okay, so sod off, darling, and give us some Doctor Who that we like. We've asked for that. Are you going to give us what we asked for? No. And I love that you're so freaking stupid that you actually think this isn't going to be an embarrassment, right? The world is turning. Darling, the world is turning, and the social currency you used to get for something 2 months ago isn't the same. I think this is going to be a disaster. I think Legend of Cybermen is going to be a type. Legend of the Sea Devils is going to be an absolute disaster. One can only hope.
And here it is. So it kind of was like, it was always exciting. Seeing it was exciting. Seeing it play out was exciting.
Well, it's exciting for me because, again, anything that detaches this turgid era from the rest of Doctor Who, I'm all for. You know, like I think that's a good way of describing the Timeless Children. She told Radio Times, yeah, okay, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I think that's where the heart of the special heart is of the special. The understanding, the emotion that Chris is so good at writing. Again, why do you think he's so good at writing that, right? So I'll tell you which way it goes. What? Like, really? Okay. Yeah, better keep that secret. But obviously, we have to touch it again. Ooh, touch it again, baby. Touch it again. It'll be the elephant in the room, but no trunk. It wouldn't make sense not to. It doesn't make sense to. Again, it's like talking about a 5-year-old about blowjobs in secret. It doesn't make sense to do that, right? Oh no. This makes sense. This totally makes sense that have Doctor Who want to scissor in the TARDIS. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Listen. I didn't put out a video yesterday of Matt Berry, this fake Matt Berry video of him being the Doctor. Brilliant video, right? So much more exciting and interesting than the Legend of the Sea Devil. The Legend of the Sea Devil. Doctor Who's latest paper spelling teaser, Legend of the Sea special for Jodie's final stint in the role, which will air on April 14th. Everything about that's wrong. It's April 17th. It's not a final stint in the role. God, I only wish it was, right? BBC have released a 1-minute clip to Twitter on Saturday, which it was dead. There was absolutely no buzz about it whatsoever, right? Absolutely dead, right? Because nobody gives a shit. Basically, that's the one. Just nobody gives a crap about this stuff. Chaos is promised by the Doctor as she bickers with her companion Yaz, while Dan Lewis warns that the enemy is heading their way. And like the bickering, yeah, it's just why? Why do I think it's a good idea? Honestly, it didn't really work with Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant, but you know what? I was a bit more forgiving there, right? I think, no, Nicola, argue more, jump up and down. No, jump up and down and argue. Okay, yeah. Why should I do that, JNT? No reason. No, it's good on the camera. Just jump. How about this? We're going to put a trampoline in the TARDIS. Really? Why? No reason. I just think it adds to your character. Really? Yeah, I think so too. When she puts her sidekicks forward as crew members, She hilariously told them that they don't stand a chance by one of Ching's. How's that hilarious? Okay, maybe he's seen, the other Doctor Who's you've done. Maybe this guy saw the Sununga conundrum, right? Maybe he saw that and he realized quite how useless you group of people are. Could be. That would make sense. Later, Mandip tells the Doctor, "Ooh, you're like a kid sometimes," before she sarcastically replies, "Thanks," shooting her a seething expression. Again, is this some of the emotion that Christian was great at writing, or is this some of the comedy he's great at writing? He's not good at writing. I mean, I think he could probably do children's TV, right? I think he could probably do children's TV. And I'm saying that because in my age, nobody really cared about children's TV. No one's really watching. With the word disrupted by something, with the world disrupted by something unknown, which has been unleashed by... Okay, now they're just talking through the bloody trailer. Doctor Who President here have hinted that the next Time Lord will be... No, they haven't! No, they haven't. Production notes of the series suggested a female. Again, that was fate. It's a sin. Lydia West. No. This is Daily Mail. They just don't get their readership all mad. That's what they're trying to do. Current Doctor Who Time Lord, it will end first female Doctor 2017. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. Entertainment industry website production weekly list of... no, again, this is all fate. I'm not going to go over it again. Jodie yourself really called for another female Doctor the role. Well, really? How would you get some? Why don't you call for somebody even shitter than you? Right? How about this? I wouldn't ask for Lydia West because she's a better actress than you. If you had the power to choose, if I had the power to choose, darling, your producer didn't have the power to choose. Your producer destroyed Doctor Who. I'm going to pick an actress that I'm really excited about right now. She's phenomenal. An actress called Lydia West. If I had the power. You don't have any power, honey. You don't have any power. But, okay, who cares? They just literally just repeated that paragraph. Why? Okay. Going on, Lydia. Just stop. Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone with all this. Fine. But Mandip continues. The Zen of Mandip does indeed continue. Doctor Who star Mandip Gill says says her character's endings will leave fans in tears of joy. No, they were again. What kind of delusional world do you live in, darling? Like, what about this era of Doctor Who do you think has been popular or successful? I mean, this is a real question, right? Like, do you understand what the words popular and successful actually mean? Right? Because they don't mean what you think they mean. Mandip Gill said tease that Hurley was going to leave. Mandip tells the tease her character's Yasmin's ending on Doctor Who may leave fans in tears. No. Gill summoned Doctor is set to come to an end this autumn. Come on, somebody sent me this statistic that on was it a quiz show, Pointless maybe? I can't remember. Like 100 people were surveyed about and given a multiple choice about who the name of the Doctor's companion. Now, keep in mind, she's shared as much screen time and been around as long as Jodie Whittaker. Have a guess how many people out of 100 could name her. Like, give them multiple choice, right? It was 3. It was 3. That's how nondescript this character is, right? Complete. In fact, the thumbnail that I'm making for this is going to give her much more character than she actually has, because it's going to be a bit sexy, right? At least that'll be something. But no. The actor best known for playing the loyal companion Yaz, I think the horny, has revealed that she has an emotional exit after 4 years on the show. Oh, yeah, crime pockets me. Speaking of the Radio Times about final episode, says, I think it's just like me. Just like my character, there'll be a lot of tears, but I loved where it ended up. Are they going to go forever in time and space as one perfect sapphic union? Is that the plan? Again, For me, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I think it's the right thing. It's exciting. There's a lot of emotion. I mean, there's a lot of vomit. Again, if you're not looking at screen, look at this picture they released of this special. Man, it looks like she swallowed a wasp. They're just two useless actors. I don't tell you. She's got a face made for a soap, and that's basically it, right? I think it was the right thing. It was exciting, a lot of emotion, and I think fans will be not pleasantly surprised, but I think they'll realise that's exactly where it should be going. Oh, they're gonna go off together in time and space. I'm predicting an Eccleston regeneration type moment where they have to kiss. The rumor is that the Doctor kisses Yaz for the first time to take a weeping angel out of her eye or something along those lines. Yeah. I really think that's the way it's going to go, right? I think it's going to be groan after groan after groan after groan, right? I really believe that's how it's going to be. And I think fans will be not pleasantly surprised, but think let's realise where it's going. The actress has already so in that case it's going to be boring as well, she just said. The actress has already lined up her new projects, making her West End debut at 2:22, a ghost story alongside Harry Potter. Oh, can you say Harry Potter? Isn't the evil announcer written by the evil J.K. Rowling star Tom Felton, Beatrice Romley, and Sam Swansbury. However, Gill admitted that she will always be part of the Doctor Who and the Whovian family. No, you won't, darling. No, you won't. You are being retconned away. I really, really believe she's going to be retconned away. You know, much in the same way, Chris Chibnall never disappoints, right? He always exceeds however bad you think he's going to be. He's a lot worse. Rusty Davison was kind of like that with Vanish, right? He started off not Vanish at all, like just putting these elements in. By the end of it, he's got Davros in it. I mean, I think he's going to be Vanish about this, and I think they're going to lean into the multiverse nonsense and say, "Oh, this was just a Doctor. We have lots of other, but we're just going to go for our one Doctor from now on." I think that's basically how it's going to go. Is there ever a post Doctor Who? She joked. Oh yeah, for you, darling. Yes, there is. Yes, there is, and it can't come quickly enough. She joked, I feel like it's post Doctor Who filming. Like that's what we should say. Again, I'm surprised they're not doing stuff on Big Finish already. Big Finish. We love losing money. Big Finish, for the love of wokeness. God, that new intro is awful. It's so bad. If you haven't heard one of the Big Finish releases, about 3-4 months ago, they started this new ident. It used to be Big Finish, for the love of stories. Now it's no, Big Finish, we love stories. And now it's Big Finish, for the love of stories. I think I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Because, yeah, we've been away from filming a couple of months, but you're still such a big part of this world. You're not. We want you to go, right? We want you to go. I did a review of Doctor Who magazine a few days ago. Was it on Friday, right? And Doctor Who magazine is just a weird, eclectic mess that doesn't know what it's doing. It's got to have some of the current era, but it doesn't really like it. But it does like it, but it doesn't like how people don't like it. It's just, yeah, you're too big a part of this world, and a part that everyone's looking forward to you going, right? Everybody. I think even the crazes. I speak to all the cast. Obviously, they're some of my best friends. Oh, Ecky Thump. And you're constantly talking about the show and doing press, and we got the darling. It's okay. November, you're gone. Okay, November, you're gone. Maybe November 23rd is when they're going to announce the new Doctor. Wouldn't that be cool? That would make sense. I think that's probably a plan. So it feels like we should rephrase post-filming, because I'm always going to be part of it. You're not, darling. You're not. Oh, Icky Thump. I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to be butt click. What you got? No, never mind. It's still a mystery how Whittaker's final season will end and who will replace her in the titular role. Well, yeah, normally they try and keep the ending of the show quiet until it ends, right? But she's going, okay? The end of season 13 marked a change in both front. The end of season 13 will mark a change in both front and behind the camera, as Christian was set to be replaced by returning showrunner Rusty Davis after failing to find anybody to take over from it, right? After totally and utterly failing to find anybody to take over from him. When Gill was asked if she has any advice for the next cast to enter the direction, she reflected, "Not at all, darling. Don't give a fuck. Really? Or if you want everybody to hate you and to be really bad and really suck, or maybe do a bit of scissoring in the TARDIS. That could be a good idea. Not at all, because you know what you get. In, and especially the crew in Cardiff. Everybody knows what's going on. It's like a beautiful machine that just works. It works to produce shit. Really? How is this a beautiful machine that just works? I don't understand. I do not understand. Before adding, they're going to be absolutely fine and it's going to fly by. What? I don't understand. What's going to fly by, right? Fly? I don't understand. Do not understand at all. No. Okay, fine. But, you know, that's what happens when you talk to Mandip Gill. Fine, let's round off with this story, which is a funny one. From The Sun. I love the Sun headline. Ludicrous. Doctor Who fans have... Sorry. Ludicrous. Doctor Who fans have all the same complaint as you got to do it in a kind of like Londonish accent. Doctor Who fans have all the same complaint as BBC posts first look at Easter special episode. So this was from a few days ago. This was from what day? Before Saturday. When they released it, but this story just makes me laugh. Doctor Who fans have been left rather unsatisfied. Well, listen, mate. I think Doctor Who fans, from a large part, were often left feeling rather unsatisfied. You know, but and then you learn how to talk to girls. As the BBC posts the latest look at the upcoming Easter special episode, avid viewers have been waiting for in anticipation for the episode titled Legend of the Sea Devils, okay? An official air date is yet to be announced, but April's only been penciled in. Yeah, no, we know it's been announced. Broadcast posted 3 shots of the titular monsters, the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, and Yasmin Khan in Oriental-style outfits, and the legendary pirate Zhang Yao Yisao as Madam Ching. She's a little bit too hot, I think, for a pirate queen. Maybe they should have made her a little. They didn't go for making her ugly. I see they're not quite that progressive. But one dismayed fan responded on Twitter: "Stayed up till midnight for photos already seen." Why would you stay up to midnight? I honestly don't get the anticipation. I don't understand it. I do not understand it at all. But okay. Another ranted 3 weeks from transmission, and they released 3 pics that have always been published in a magazine, and they give us no transition day or time. Effing ridiculous. Look, the marketing is just diabolical, isn't it? We talked a bit about this on my Sunday video, right? The marketing of this is just freaking awful, right? Just freaking awful. Seriously, 3 photos we've seen before. At the very least, you could do is give us a release date. Why not? Right? Again, I don't understand how bad Chris Tibble is quite so bad at marketing repeatedly, right? Okay, you see it screwed up once, you see it screwed up twice, you see it screwed up a 3rd time. Oh, let's try and do exactly the same thing over and over again. Let's give that a bit of a go. Shall we try that? Seriously, 3 photos we've seen before. At the very least, you can another complaint. There's a huge amount of excitement about the episode as it marks the beginning of the end of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. It is taking too long, right? Oh man, I can't believe we got to wait another. How many months is it? It's April, May, June, July, August, September. At least 5-6 months more of this dross. Oh, and then they're gone forever. Gone forever. The penultimate episode, we put your hands over the baton. No, she's not handing over to anyone. With the identity of the next Doctor still under wraps. The rumor mill currently in overdrive for potential recruits. The Sun recently revealed that any replacement of the new Doctor will hardly appear on the show. Will not appear on the show. Not hardly. Will not appear. Again, I can't say with any certainty things that I don't know about, right? Appear on the show when it returns in 2023. Instead, it is set to play host of a string. Okay. Instead, this is nonsense. Okay, this is never been confirmed. This is a fan theory. I mean, it isn't the Sun, I guess. What do you want? Instead, it is set to play host of a string of former Time Lords in a series of specials marking the series' 60th birthday. Well, I really hope this is true, right? I really hope this is true. And I've been saying, going back years now, right? Years. When I postulated, what would you do to fix Doctor Who at this point? I think the first thing you got to do is remind people why they like Doctor Who. Right, and then I would bring back some of the people who they liked as Doctor Who. As a rumor already suggests, it's likely to see Jodie pass the baton to David Tennant, but we could see a comeback by Matt Smith, Chris Eccleston, and Peter Capaldi. Yeah, listen, you could see flamingos fly up my arse either, but you're not. That's not going to happen. It's a dream scenario for mega fan and showrunner Rusty Davies, who is eager to repeat the 1983 feature-length 20th anniversary special, The Five Doctors. Oh! Okay, I don't know when I'm putting this out. I might put this out on Monday because it's kind of current, but I might leave it to put it out on Wednesday. On Tuesday, if you haven't seen it, if this is on Wednesday, go back in time and check out my live stream. There is a glorious couple of videos of a fan who went through the entirety of Doctor Who from classic in order, and then got to the Five Doctors without knowing the Five Doctors are in it, right? And seeing her reaction, it's wonderful, right? It's so wonderful. So if you either join me for that or find it on my channel, it's really good. I mean, and again, seeing the shock as you're like, oh my god, that's Patrick Troughton. It's lovely. It really is lovely. Which starred a quintet of ex-Time Lords. This is bollocks, right? This is bollocks. A TV insider said the BBC wanted something unique to mark 6 decades of Doctor Who, and while getting all the former Time Lords together will be a challenge, it's one Russell just might achieve. Maybe. Again, look, here's a picture of Madam Singh. She doesn't look, she looks a little bit frail. To me, frankly, she looks a bit too hot, I hate to tell you. After all, he was the man responsible for signing Chris Eccleston and David back in 2005. Here's one of the few people who might convince them they're not getting Chris back. Rusty Davies is not the person to bring Chris Eccleston back. They are not on good terms from what I can tell, which is really sad. Actually, I have to say that genuinely makes me sad. It remains seen if it can be achieved an exact copy of the Five Doctors, but why? But why would you do an exact copy of the Five Doctors? But also only want to capture some of the spirit of the Lamb. Okay, this is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. Again, listen, this is why we like page 3, and it's a bit sad now it's gone, because we're just left with the bollocks, right? We're just left with the bollocks. We don't actually have anything good. So there you go. Mandip Gill speaks, and boy, never disappoints. Neither does the Sun. But mostly Peter Davison. There is no off switch on the awesome switch for Peter Davison. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.